Welcome to H2K Infosys. H2K Infosys is a e-verify business based in Atlanta, Georgia, United States. We provide 100% job-oriented, instructor-led, face-to-face, true live online software training programs. It also includes access to cloud test lab with software tools. We provide live project for you to work on. We also provide assistance with mock interviews, resume preparation and review, and job placement assistance. H2K Infosys is trusted by so many students across the world. H2K Infosys provides world-class services in IT training with real-time project work for corporates and individuals, special IT training for MS students in the United States, software design, development, QA manual and automation, performance testing and maintenance, IT staff augmentation, job placement assistance, and tech support.
So Vbscript is a scripting language for Microsoft, and it's a native language support in QTP. And of course, like Vbscripting is very easy language so to learn. So you can easily learn this language. And first, let us look at what are the different data types. Okay, what's the data type? What are the different data types in Vbscript?
A data type is nothing but, it's a character or integer, long, decimal, these kind of things.
So how you define a data type? How you define the data type? So it holds or stores the data, right? So data type is basically holds or stores the data. So there are different data types. Yes, as you mentioned, like integer, string, byte, and double, float. These are the different data types. So when it comes to the Vbscripting, it has only one data type called variant. Variant is the only one data type in Vbscript, and this is the default data type. Okay, and variant is the default data type in Vbscript. Then how to declare a variable? How to declare a variable in Vbscript? Using dim statement. So what is dim? Dimensioning. So you're going to say dim x. What do you mean by dim x? So what is the data type of this x? It is understood because the Vbscript has only one data type called variant, and dim x is a variant data type. Okay, you need not say dim x as variant. Just we simply say dim x, dim y, dim a, dim ab, dim c. Because you need not say it is a variant data type. Whereas if you look at the other languages, right? So if you look at other languages like Java or anything, there you have to explicitly say yes, dim x as string. Whereas in this case, you need not say because it's just only one data type. Okay? Yes, only one data type. So you need not say whether it's a string or integer. Then the next step is how to assign value to the variable. How to assign value to variable. So I'm going to say x is equal to 5. Or you can declare one more variable, right? Say dim y. Now you're going to say here y is equal to k. So if you look at what happens, see, you declare a variable and then you assign value to the variable. Okay? What actually happens at this stage? So if you declare a variable and then you assign a value, it's going to occupy certain memory on your system, right? So if it is an integer, it's going to occupy 2 bytes of memory space on your system. If it is a string, it's going to occupy 4 bytes. That's where whenever just you declare any objects, any variables, you have to release them. Okay, that part I'm going to talk later, how to release the memory and all the stuff. Otherwise, your application gets into all memory leaks. That is a very serious issue in the application. In many of these application crash happens due to these memory leaks. Okay, that is a very serious issue in the application, memory leaks. Okay. Yeah, you can use arrays also in Vbscript. So that's what I'm going to explain. Okay, arrays, dictionary objects. So we're going to discuss that part. Okay, so what is memory leak and then how you're going to use it? So for example, in the last class, we are talking about creating an object, right? Set, and then you're going to say something, say CNN connection object, right? Then you're going to say create object. Then here you're going to say ADO-DB.connection, right? So this way you created a connection object in case of database. Then then the next step is you're going to use this connection object, right? And then you're going to open the database and all that stuff. Here comes, and then you're going to say open, and then you're going to mention whatever that ODBC, all that stuff, right? That's anyway, I'm not going to write all the things here. So then once you're done with this, okay, then once you're done with the database stuff, in the last step, right, so here you get the field values and all the coding. The last step, once you're done with the database, you have to release this object. Like whatever the object you created. Like here also, like what happens is, once you create an object, it's going to occupy memory. It's going to occupy a memory on your system. So once you're done with this object, you have to release it. Say set CNN object is equal to nothing. You have to say this way. This is basically like you are trying to release the memory, whatever the memory occupied by the system. Otherwise, what happens is, if you don't write this line at the end of your script or at the end of your functions, whatever it is, if you don't release that memory, then this object still occupy that memory forever on your system. Then what happens? if you look at the application, right, this way we are going to create number of objects. So we're going to create number of objects this way. Even the developers, they do number of objects, like thousands. If they don't release it properly, then what happens? You imagine all these objects, they're going to eat memory on your system, and then at one point of time, your system will hang if they don't release it. Okay, so that's what actually the application will crash. Because there's no memory left on your system, the application will crash. So the memory leak is a very serious issue, and that's what most of the crashes will happen. So this is a good way, good practice. Whenever you create an object, you have to release those objects. Set scene and object is equal to nothing at the end of the script. That way now, so your application or whatever the things, it won't get any issues. Okay. Yes, even in your scripting also, so you have to release objects. What are the objects that you create? Say, for example, you create an object, say, what are that, right? Say, file system object. Then you have to release it. So if you look at, no, not those objects. Those objects you're not creating. Any user-defined objects. Okay? So those are basically like, those are the objects in the object repository. Nothing to do with them. These are the objects you are creating in your script, right? So you create file system object, say SFO, whatever it is. SFO, file system object, and then you're going to say create object, then scripting.file system, right? So once you create an object, then you're going to say use this object, and then you're going to create a folder and other stuff, right? File system object dot create folder, whatever the stuff. Once you're done with this, then in the last part of your script, then you have to say that reference is equal to nothing. Means you're going to release the memory, whatever the memory occupied by this object. Simply say, this is also a very important question in the interviews. They're going to ask, okay, you create an object, and then how to destroy the object or how to release the object. Okay, this is nothing but destroy or release an object. Okay. So this is you have to remember this line actually. So you have to simply say set that particular object is equal to nothing. Okay. Okay. So this is what are the objects that you create, you're going to release it. Similarly here, whenever you declare a variable, so it's going to occupy certain memory. So then the next step is what are the different, okay, we talked about the declaring variable, assign values to a variable, and operators. So what are different operators in Vbscript? What are the operators? Arithmetic, logical, relational, right? So these are the different operators. So you will find here in the help, like if you go to pictures professional help, and then you will find all those operators. So you can go here, content, And then there's the Vbscript reference under QTP help. Then here you will get the operators. Okay. Yep. So this is the operator section, and then properties. This is the one, operators. So arithmetic operators, comparison, and the operators. Okay. So arithmetic operators you will get plus, minus, addition, subtraction, and all those. And the comparison operators, and then logical operators. Okay. Comparison is relation like greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and all that stuff, right? Okay, so these are the different operators. So concatenation operator, so that's ampersand. So you can practice these operators even within QTP itself, like go to expert view, say how you can declare a variable, dim x. If you want to declare multiple variables, even you need not say dim y in the separate line. You can simply say dim x comma y. Okay. So that means you declare two variables, x comma y. And then you can assign a value, x is equal to 4 and y is equal to k. So this way you can assign the values to the variables. So basically like what happens, this is a good way of doing the First you need to declare the variable. This part is declare variable. Then assign value to variable. So what happens is, if you want to make sure like, okay, what are the value that is stored into the variable, you can also simply put the message box, MSG box, and then, so you say here X and then message box Y. So if you run this script, then it's going to show you what's the value that is stored into X. So what are the small window that you see here? This is a message box, and then it says it's going to store here the X now contains the value 4 and Y contains the value is 2k. So this way you can declare the variables and assign the values to the variables. So what's the coding standard here is, suppose in the scripting, in real-time projects, like you have to do always option explicit. Option explicit is the coding standard. What it's going to do is, option explicit, it forces the tester to declare variables used in the script. Okay, this is also the other important question in the interviews. Okay, how you make sure all variables are declared in the script? How you make sure the variables are declared in the script? Using option explicit. What happens is, what this option explicit is, say for example, you declare one variable and you forgot to declare the other variable, right? Say y. If you say option explicit and then you're going to run your script, what it says, x is fine because you declare the variable x and then you assign the value. But whereas for y, you didn't declare that. You directly assign the value. So that's where it says, hey, variable is undefined. Y. Okay, y variable is undefined. So this is also one of the programming standards. Option explicit, and then you have to declare the variables that are used in the script. Okay. So now if you say y, then you don't see that error. Okay. So x works and y works. So optional explicitity is one of the code standards. In also the other part is the documentation. Documentation is also one of the coding standards, where you have to document wherever it is possible. Even if you put the document on each and every line is also good. That way, if somebody look at your script, then he can better understand what you're doing each line in your script if you do the commenting. Say, oh, okay, so you're doing option explicit, what it is. So it forces the tester to declare the variables in the script. Oh, okay, this is the section where you declare the variables. And this is the section where you assign the values to the variables. So that way, you do the proper documentation, commenting. Okay. So this is how you can declare. And then, so you can also practice all these operators. So anyway, like I'm not going to explain all this class addition and all those operators, right? So so this is the symbol. Like even if you click on this, then it's going to explain what are all the different operators. Okay. So arithmetic operators. So if you click, then they're going to explain what are the say plus operator. So this is the symbol we're going to use. So among these, you can do the practice say message box 2 plus 3. Then if you want to run only this particular line, right? So you can always do from QTP, right click, and then you can run from that particular step. If you do this one, then what happens is it's going to run from that step. It won't run the script above that line. Okay, so for example, I want to run only this line. So all you have to do is right click on this and then say run from step. So that only that particular step is executed. Okay, so the script above this is not executed. That's how actually you can also do run from step. So what it says now, the message box is a 5. So 2 plus 3. Plus is a additional operator. Any questions? Okay. So you can do the practice. I'm going to leave these things like this, all these operators. But
So option explicit is a function, is a method. What is it actually? I mean, I know why is it used, but now what is it called?
option explicit.
Yeah, is that a function? What would you call it? Is a method?
Yeah, it's a function.
It's a function. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So among these, like like a plus, minus, and this is the multiplication, division. So these are not new actually. So even if you look at the modulus operator, right? So how you can use that? So modulus is basically going to give you, you can simply say, you just copy paste this one. Okay, copy. And then comes here, paste it. And now, see what this modulus operator is going to do. It gives the reminder. So what left? So 19 divided by 6.7, and then what is left? That gives the modulus, right? If you want to look at here how it displays, is going because the result is going to be stored into this, into A, because you are going to store the result into A. So if you want to look at what is there in A, then you can say message box A, then run from step. Okay, it says the result is 5. So that's what I, 19 divided by 6.7, the remainder is 5. Okay. Okay. To better understand, let's do this way. Just 5. Okay. 19 modulus 5. So it says it's supposed to say 4, right? That's what reminder. Yeah. Okay. So 19 modulus 4. So 3, 5, 15. 19 minus 15 is 4. That's what left. Okay. So the modulus operator, and then the most important operator here is the concatenation operator. Okay. So the concatenation operator we are going to use most of the time in our scripts. This is basically to concatenate two strings. Okay. So you have two strings. So these are the two strings, right? And then you want to combine these two strings. You want to concatenate. So what you can do is you can concatenate so that it gives the combined string. So ampersand is the concatenation operator. So if you run this, you see now it's going to give just it's going to combine those two strings into one, and then it gives the result. S2 emphasis. Okay, so any questions so far? Yeah, best character is a variable A used without declaring means just I'm executing this particular line, right, from this step. So whereas if I run from beginning, then it's going to give me an error. So if I say run, okay, the X works, Y works, and then this works, and here it says the variable is undefined. Okay, any questions? So the next one is after this operators, I'm going to talk about the control statements or the conditional statements, if else. For loop, while, do while, in switch. These are the different conditional or the control statements. Okay. So let's look at this thing.
So many of our students have given testimonials on how our training programs are. You will find them on kudzu.com and on our website h2kinfosys.com. On our website h2kinfosys.com, you will also find more detailed information on who we are, the courses that we offer, what each course covers. Also, if you're interested in a demo program, please register on our homepage on the left-hand side. Just give us more information about yourself and we will send you a link for a demo class. The demo class is absolutely free. Experience our commitment by just attending an orientation workshop at no cost. Our team of faculty and advisors are here to guide you with the right information. If you still have more questions, please feel free to call us. Call us at 770-777-1269. This is a United States number. If you're calling from the UK, call us at 020-337-17615. You can also email us at training@h2kinfosys.com or h2kinfosys@gmail.com. Thank you for watching our videos. We wish you a great career in information technology.